We are getting into 2023, and it's a very important year for us because to us it is the march to victory. It is the year that is very decisive in the history of our country and the politics of Zimbabwe. And our intention and objective is to launch a citizens movement that's going to go down to history as a real upbench of a radically different opposition movement in this country. And in that launch, we are able to answer the infrastructural questions that are facing politics in this country. But I would say that there has been, of course, a lot of questions, particularly from the regime, its agents and troglodytes of the same, to say who is doing what, when, in CCC. Look, the opposition politics in this country and the opposition movement, the authentic opposition movement, has suffered assault from the regime. And one of the greatest lessons for us as political practitioners in the opposition is to be able to learn from some of our mistakes. What causes fragmentation, what causes fracturing, what causes infiltration, what causes decay of the political alternative has been the attack that comes from the opposite side. And one of the vehicles and the routes to attack has always been the use of structures. Has always been the use of not necessarily structures, but individuals within the elite composition of the alternative. And we said we're not going to give that to the opponent because that has been the attack that drives the alternative to focus internal instead of focusing external. In the movement, in the citizens movement, we know each other. We have been driving the movement. If you go today in Binga, you will find people of the Citizens Coalition for Change. If you go to Mashonaland Central, you will see our representatives. What we have not done is to give our opponent the pleasure of knowing that if we want to attack in this area, this is the person we might take, because the weaponization of the law, you know that it was at the center of the attack of the authentic opposition during COVID. You saw individuals being railroaded by the state to be able to attack the authentic opposition. So for us, we have been able to create the infrastructure of the alternative. That's why we're able to drive the movement. It is not possible for the champion-in-chief, our president, to go to Plumtree, where we were just towards the end of 2022, to go there and address without community organizing. There has been people organizing the movement across the entire country. What we're doing now with the official launch is to make sure that we officiate, bring together the important documents for the organization. We're almost done with the most important blueprints of the organization, the constitution. We are done with the manuals because our party has become stronger below. Our focus and strategic direction of building the movement is building it from below. So we have done our branch manuals, we have done the necessary documents, we have done the necessary blueprint, the New Zimbabwe blueprint being one of them, which is basically our long-term policy proposition of the Zimbabwe that we want to see. So we have done all these things, and once the launch happens, we are officially putting out these important documents. Of course, there's also been questions from different listeners and viewers and supporters of the movement in terms of us having an official website and people donating, because resource mobilization domestically is going to be a big issue for us, and all this is going to be made public for our supporters, for our people. But we did this because we knew that we have to do it at the right time, not at the dictates of the opponents.